I wanted to test on this video to see if it was remotely possible to use the DJI Mavic Mini as a sort of vlogging camera. All right, now there is a third-party app which is able to be used with the DJI Mavic Mini called Litchi. Now, with the Mini 2 not having any sort of track features, despite the fact that there's a lot of new owners, I wanted to sort of show you this Litchi app, which is available for the Mini 1 but not yet available for the Mini 2, just to show you some of the features that you can expect when DJI release the software development kit. So I thought this would be a really amazingly cool way to start the video. So now I'm not using a camera, I'm not using a 360 camera, I'm not using my DJI Osmo Pocket. I'm actually using the little Mavic Mini using the Litchi app. As you can see, I'm not controlling this app whatsoever. Sorry, I'm not controlling the drone whatsoever. You know, the drone is literally following me by itself. How cool is that? There's quite a lot of you that might not have known that this feature was even remotely possible, but it is. All right, so what I want to do is I want to explore the Litchi app in more detail, and then I'll show you how these features work, and then just show you, like I say, what is coming up. Now, I have done some Litchi sort of videos in the past, in all fairness. This mud is absolutely horrendous. So I have done some Litchi videos in the past, but that was actually in beta stage. Now the full app has actually been developed and released for the DJI Mavic Mini. Now it does support a lot of other drones as well, but the two main ones it doesn't yet support is the Mini 2 or the Mavic Air 2. The Mavic Air 2 isn't too much of a problem because, of course, that's got active track, so you can do these sort of things really easily. But the Mini 2 obviously doesn't, and a lot of people do ask about this to see if it was coming or whatever. So I thought now is the right time to really go through this in more detail and just show you something cool like this. So let's get into it, and I'll show you, like I say, how it works and what features are available and just how you can use it for everyday flying, really. So it's really a good alternative to the DJI Fly Up. Now, as you can see, it's really smooth. It's keeping me in focus. You know, I'm not doing anything to change it. The only trouble is, obviously, I'm using that word obviously again, aren't I? The only trouble is I don't have any external microphones with me today because I didn't really know I was going to be doing this video. So, you know, I am just using the my phone microphone. But let's get started anyway. Right, so this is the Litchi app, as you can see on screen right now. So what we're going to do is in the top sort of left corner, you can see there is where it says FPV. We're going to click that and then click the track feature. So what we're going to do now is we're going to draw a little box around me, all right? Now, on this feature, as you can see, it is actually keeping me in frame and tracking my movements. Now, without the follow feature turned on, this is just the track feature. So without this feature turned on, all the drone can actually do is pivot, or yaw if you wish, on its own axis. It doesn't actually move. All right. However, if I click this follow feature, which is obviously in the top left over here, I understand the risks. Now that frees the drone up to be able to move. So if I start walking away from the drone, as you can see, similar to the intro really, this drone is now following me. All right. Now, naturally, you know, it is a third-party app, so it's not absolutely perfect, but it does work pretty well. So that is the main feature, which wasn't really there in a really good sort of it was there, but it didn't work brilliantly in the capacity in the beta. But now I can see it's working so much better. Now, what we also have is this orbit feature. Now, for the orbit feature, I prefer to get a little bit further up. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to press that stop for the follow, and then you can see that little world with the little orbit. So let's give that a click. We just get a little bit more height, just in case we don't want to hit anything, do we? So this is a really good way to keeping yourself in the frame. Now, it might not at times be absolutely perfect, but it does work pretty well. You can see it's trying to lock back onto me. That's a really cool little orbit feature. I've got a huge puddle right in front of me. I don't really want to walk much further. So as you can see, that's coming back round, nice, neat, smooth. And I've managed to stand right in that puddle. So that explains the follow feature, and then the track option within the follow feature, and then the orbit function within that feature. All right, so what I'm going to do is, once again, in the top left corner, I'm going to click from track, I'm going to click follow. So these are the main ones I'm concentrating on today. So when you use the follow feature, what happens is the drone is actually, the drone is following the controller. All right, now we can control where it follows us from. So if we open up the settings, you can see the altitude, the distance, and the heading. So all I need to do is press start, okay? Make sure there's nothing else around you. So what this is going to do now is this is going to follow the controller, all right? Now, if we go back into our settings, we can reduce the altitude by pressing that button. Well, as you can see, that's just come down. We can bring the distance in by going to 3 meters. Right. So if I want to go for a walk, like I say, this is following the controller, so please bear that in mind. So if I want to go for a walk, let's get rid of that off our screens. It's just going to keep us in focus, right? It might be better if I just bring it out a little bit more altitude. Or, sorry, wrong one. There we go. Like I say, it does work a little bit better the further away it is, but that's fine. So once again, if we go to the settings and then switch to the other side, so if you want to record yourself going for a nice scenic walk, there you go, look, the drone is just following us from a nice scenic walk. If I want to change direction again, you can see, even though it's slightly foggy, you know, we're walking along the riverbank. So this is some of the features this Litchi app actually gives you. It's quite good. I really enjoy it. Like I say, I'm just out of shot, but there you go. There I am. Right, so I'm just going to cancel that off, because we don't need that anymore. I'm going to bring the drone back to us. There we go. Once again, at an half decent distance. Going to gibble up. Let's go back to our track feature. Let's select me. Allow it to follow. And once again, this should work quite well. There you go. So we're now finishing the video the exact same way as we started it. What do you think? Do you like that? Don't forget, you can actually use this to track objects as well. So if you wanted to track a car or a ship, which is the exact reason why I came out of here. So my hands are absolutely blue, I'm freezing. My plan was to come out here and use this track feature to track a ship on the river over there. The only problem with that is we must just have low-lying fog, the clouds have come down, and there's really not much. There's not much scenery. I'll show you. Look, there you go. Sadly, not much scenery here today. Just fog and mud. Not great. Right, so anyway, I think that's time to end the video. As you can see, this works really, really well. One little thing that I'm going to show you. So if I stop that, all right, stop it following us. So it's still got us tracked. So let's gain some height. So if I walk here, even though it's on its axis, the gimbal will stick with us. If I start walking in, there you go, look. Almost 90 degrees down. Hi. Cool, innit? Cool, innit? Obviously, we don't have to use the track feature. I can just leave it up in the air and just talk into it like this. Yeah. I like it. I'll tell you something as well. One insanely good feature of Litchi that everybody will benefit from. The minute you take off using Litchi, it automatically starts the camera recording for you. Now I just think, how many times have you got up in the air, been recording something really, really good, and you know, the best flying of your life, and then realised it's not actually recording? Nightmare. But not with Litchi, that sorts it out for you. So with Litchi, as I say, as soon as you put the drone up in the air and take off using the app, yeah, it starts the camera recording for you. which is really, really good. Can you believe I'm actually using the DJI Mavic Mini as a vlogging camera? I don't even have any other camera out with me today, just a drone using this app. Really, really cool feature, isn't it? Good? Working? Yeah, there you go. Right guys, let's finish. And thank you very much for watching. I am freezing. It is time to end the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And see you again soon.